The time has finally arrived. It is time for Le Sserafim's comeback, Pure Flow Part 1. This will be their second full album, and this one is very special because we'll have 11 brand new songs. Le Sserafim comebacks are my favorite. If it's not already obvious, I am a big FEARNOT, so I've been looking forward to this, and this album is gonna be amazing. I could already tell just from the little bit of samples that I heard. I try to avoid spoilers on the music video Pure Flow, but other than that, I gave a listen to the medley in which I got to hear a lot of the snippets from these songs, and all of them sound amazing. I am looking forward to Iffy Iffy. I feel like that might be my favorite, but all of these songs sound great as well. I'm especially excited because we all know that Le Sserafim never misses. All their tracks are amazing. We've only heard Celebration so far, and even that was a banger, so I think that is just precursor for what's to come, and I can't wait to get into it. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. For more reaction videos to Le Sserafim and much more, please make sure to subscribe. Here we got the album Pure Flow Part 1. As I said earlier, we have 11 songs with 27 minutes and 2-second runtime. So this is the one bummer about Le Sserafim's comebacks and music as of late. They're always so short. I feel like all the song lengths, as I look at them, they're pretty short. Pure Flow, I'm assuming, is the intro song, so they're probably going to be talking over a beat, which is okay for that to be short. Boom Paula actually is a decent length. We had 3 minutes. Celebration, 2.5 minutes, kind of short. Creatures, good song length, 3 minutes. But then we start getting very short songs. Now we got Iffy Iffy at 2 minutes 9 seconds. Need Your Company under 2 minutes. Sonder 246, which is okay. Saki 244. Irony 224. Trust Exercise 223. And Liminal Space 211. Most of these songs are very short, which is why we're not even breaking 3 minutes per song on this album. What I'm hoping is that these songs will just leave a big impression on you, that it won't even matter how long the song length is. It'll just catch you in the moment. But I won't lie when I say that I am a bit upset with the song lengths. I hope that in the future they try to do longer songs. But in any case, let's get right into the album. We'll start with the first song on the album, Pure Flow. Here we go. Oh, I'm excited. You know they're going to talk about something deep. I like the beat. Okay. It's funky beat. I like this. Ooh.
What does that leave you with? An ounce of pride? Seriously? You're really okay with this?
Oh snap, there's gonna be a lesson in this already. I could already tell, just because they're gonna be challenging the idea that you need to be perfect. I feel like they're gonna be really hitting home on the struggles that they have built on to get here, and I feel like that'll be very relatable to people who are also trying to struggle, hide their emotions, and not allow themselves to really celebrate who they are. Okay, this is gonna be deep.
The face of suffocating shame.
Suffocating shame.
망했다.
Okay. I like this little guitar that we have going on.
What seems like rock bottom is actually our way out.
Oh my gosh, their meanings. Oh. Wow. And therefore powerful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is a perfect way to start off the album, just because it is really setting the tone for what to expect with this. That last line is very powerful, no pun intended, because when they say we are not fearless, therefore powerful, they're basically saying that their fear is their biggest strength, that they're not gonna hide away from the fact that they get scared in life. Like, things will always be knocking on your heels, really tearing you down, but they're not gonna hide that part of them. They're gonna embrace that part of them and really show the world that yes, they've gone through so many bad times, they've been scared, they've been nervous, they've been all these negative emotions, but they persevered. They got through it, And that is why they are powerful. And as well, if you scramble the words powerful, you get pure flow. So I think that's also a cool detail. Pure flow runs through us. That power that they have just emphasized with not being fearless is their superpower, which is amazing. And obviously it is just so sentimental because of their careers. I mean, they're emphasizing this thing about rock bottom. So when you hit rock bottom, you think that there's no way out. The Seraphim has hit rock bottom in some cases when they were at the peak of their hate train. They were completely hated by the community. It seemed like no matter what they do, they were gonna be constantly ridiculed, and it feels like people just hated them. So that was their rock bottom, but they're saying that their rock bottom is actually a way out. But because they were so far in the depths of hatred, they were able to find comfort in each other, bring each other up, and they managed to climb out. And now they're at the place where they are now, where they don't really care much about all the hate. They are just wanting to do what they want, and they have each other to really lean on. And that is so powerful. That is so sentimental. I really love that. They even say, "Thank you for holding my hand and falling with me." So that is obviously in reference to each other. They had each other's hands throughout this entire time, and maybe even the hardcore fans as well. There's gonna be a lot of fans who also joined them on this journey, who didn't necessarily join the hate train and just supported them ever since. So I think that that's so powerful, and it's as a FEARNOT that really hits home, because yeah, these girls have gone through a lot, and now they could fully enjoy their life as an artist. That's amazing. Next, let's watch the music video for Boom Pala, which is very anticipated. Yoonjin looks incredible, got knocked over with her matcha, with the collaboration that they have currently with matcha. They have their Google phone, of course. Boom Pala. Feel good song. Oh, who was that? They have the Macarena. Okay, that's the sample for Macarena. That's crazy. This is gonna be wild. I think that with the Macarena already, that is so wild. They're always gonna come up with something crazy. All right, let's go back. I don't know who this is. This doesn't look like a member. Crazy outfit. We have Chaewon with the bedazzled face. Whoa, okay, wait. What is going on here? We have a whole ensemble here. I have no idea what this is. It's just some sort of parade float with the Seraphim's heads on it. You know what's crazy is that, like, apparently they have no AI in this, but this looks so wild to me at how they possibly made this. Looks wild. But they have all the people here, the 6 heads of the Seraphim. The Seraphim. Yeah. You could hold on to the clouds in the air. Oh, say goodbye to the fear. Yeah. Banana. Okay. I love this. Oh, what's going on there? Oh my gosh. Okay, there's gonna be a lot going on with this music video, but I already love the direction this is going in, just because we're talking about the fear, obviously, that they are tossing aside, or at least the image of themselves that was constantly consumed by fear. They are saying goodbye to her, and they're not really going to feed that image of themselves any longer. They're going to toss that aside. They're going to move on and be a better person because of it. But the visuals on this are going crazy. It's hard to believe that there's no AI in this, but this is amazing so far. We just have so many different scenes going crazy. Nothing's to fear. Ooh, that's the sample of Macarena. Celestial Chakra. This is funky. They're floating now. Okay. Who's that? Going crazy? Ooh. I'm the babe. Oh my gosh, that flow by Kazuha, she is unlocking her main rapper energy. But when we listening to these lyrics, these are going crazy. So we actually have the Boompala melody going on in here as they're singing this song, which is pretty cool. It's very funky the way that they do that. This line of self-love is the mommy, I'm the baby. So they are trying to absorb as much good energy as they possibly can. Zen out, meditate on the daily. That's probably what they had to do in order to get through the tough times in their life. They had to like really hone in on the positive aspects in order to move on from all the negative stuff that was going on in their lives. Another cool line is permanent is something that I'm letting go. I feel like a lot of struggles that they have gone through and what we all go through as well feels like it could be something that is permanent, that no matter how bad things are, it's always going to stay that way. Nothing will ever get better. You'll never improve. But so they're saying permanent is something that they're going to let go. They are not going to let this bother them forever. They are going to conquer it one way or another. That is so cool. I love this. What is this imagery? It's raining Le Sserafim. Camels. The chorus, so they're doing that namaste thing, so that's why they have that. Whoa! Only loving myself. Oh, that's creepy. Unche. Wow, and now they're affecting the whole world. That Kazuha look. Now, everyone's listening to Boompala. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is wild. The pink hair, Unche? Their styles are going crazy. Just even pausing on this screen right now. Look at them all. Their outfits are so colorful. This is probably one of their most colorful styles that they've ever gone with. I mean, was that Sakura with kind of like pink undertones too? They really went crazy on this whole music video. I really love this. And I think these are all the people that have been affected by Boompala. All the people that also struggle with accepting themselves and like getting through tough times. They've all listened to Boompala. And I think that the Macarena sample that we're listening to is probably like their way to kind of brush it all off. Like you zen out and then you dance to it in order to fully get rid of this notion of fear. I think that is amazing at the way they kind of displayed that. They're always going to come in with a deep concept and make it so fun and lighthearted. But it really does mean a lot if you want to dig deep into the lyrics. So they use the whole Macarena thing to really just empower you. But you gotta love yourself. That is amazing. I love this concept so much. And then we have these statues of themselves. Oh. What is that book? Oh, of course. And then the Android ad.
The Seraphim.
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah. And I think the statues are kind of just exemplifying how they celebrate now that they have conquered this fear. Amazing. I mean, I think that this is going to be very polarizing. I feel like with the Seraphim's music, people always judge it and they don't like it at the beginning. But then if you give it a chance, it actually takes over your mind. And I think that is something that is going to probably stay true for this as well, because I could imagine people will be like, why are they doing the Macarena? What is this song? I feel like it's going to be very random to a lot of people, but trust me, I think this will actually stick in people's heads. I think it's going to be something that people will end up liking in the future. Kind of like Crazy, where people really hated that, and now it's just a staple in their discography. Like, you can't really judge the Seraphim's music just by first listen. You're gonna have to keep on listening, and before you know it, you're gonna be also dancing the Macarena again. They're reviving that, which is not really dead, but at least like they're kind of giving a different spin on it, which is really cool. I've already listened to Celebration on my channel already, so be sure to check that out. And now I'll be moving on to the next song called Creatures. A 3-minute song. Oh. Snap your head back? Okay. This is so funky. You just want to rock and roll? Oh, this feels very familiar in their discography. Ooh. Okay. This sounds like No Return. Do what you want. There is no tomorrow. Okay, so this theme is gonna be very, very nice. I think this does remind me of No Return with like the more guitar, and the vocals are very familiar as well. But this is a very empowering song once again, even in the beginning line where they say there's no monster like you. Tell me to be a good doll like a pet. So obviously there's this notion that you have to be a certain way, you have to look a certain way in order to be accepted or to have success. But then they are completely snapping that in half. Like quite literally, they're saying, shut up and step back or I'll snap your head back. Me and my girls, we so alike. We'll be the ones deciding my rules. Shut up and step back or we go break it. So they are taking control. They're saying they're not just some doll. Obviously that's a very famous thing for them. I mean, Yoonjin has a song called I Doll where they're really challenging the ideals and the imagery of idols, that they're not just some sort of prop. They're not just a empty human. They are a human being. They have values and they have their own mission in life. So I think that's a very cool way to present that. Party like Madonna, we're free full of scars. That's very amazing as well. And it's kind of cool that they're also hitting home with like this idea of after every time that you want to challenge a certain ideal, you got to dance to it, because that is how you got to, you know, handle life. Like sometimes life will hit you hard, and then as soon as like some issues come around, then you just have to like shake it off. And the way to shake it off is by dancing, which is cool. And they also saying shake it. Flying like a rocketeer. I love Zuha so far. The creatures, so they're the creatures. Oh, because okay. I love this chorus. They do this a lot, and I really do like it. It's just a feel-good song. So quick note is just like when they say unstoppable creatures, I mean in the beginning line they say monster. So they're referring to themselves as creatures, because I think that when people, especially idols, when they want to challenge a certain ideal, they're probably looked as monsters. Like, how could you do that? Like, why can't you just like fall in line and follow all the rules that were laid out? But they don't really care about that. So I think that once they are challenging it, people will kind of conceive them as creatures or monsters, but they don't really care. They're just gonna party nonetheless. That is so powerful. Wanna make your head bang bang? Okay, Eunchae. Her voice and the choruses are always so good. Make your head bang. This is gonna be very catchy. Make your head bang. Okay, very interesting delivery as well. I really like that. I think it's gonna be just another song in their discography that's gonna really balance out the albums or like whatever playlist that you have. I think it's just really nice, and the messaging obviously is very cool as well. Next song we have is Iffy Iffy. This was actually my favorite from the medley. Scarred face. Oh. Okay. Yoonjin. Amazing vocals. Ah. Wow. Oh, I love this. Wow, okay. So this is already gonna be another empowering song. I mean, their first lines are just killers so far. I was looking at me, the scarred face reflected in the mirror. Yeah, I'm not okay. So they are fully embracing the fact that they have gone through some really terrible times. Oh my gosh. But then they are just completely accepting it and wanting to move on from it. When they say, to start over like a new birthday, no fears, sweet lies won't deceive me anymore. No tears are left to cry. Dive into my flaws. They are new people now after completely conquering all of these mishaps in life, and now they don't even have any tears left to cry. They're diving into their flaws. Like, people will always judge them, but now they have no fears anymore, which is a beautiful thing. And this hook is just so catchy. I think this will stay true. I think this might be my favorite so far. Beat's very good as well. Ooh. My friends are in the same boat, the same fears. Ooh. Dive. Iffy. I love this concept a lot. It's really making me think. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a very fun album. Okay. So I think that it's very powerful when they say that their friends are in the same boat. Obviously, the friends referencing with each other. Like, they were all going through a tough time. So they are all in the same boat. They say they're not cool, not fine. I won't deceive myself anymore. So they were probably trying to hide it. I feel like that was very common in the Sserafim. We had so many of the members constantly going through internal struggles, and some of them weren't really comfortable sharing that story with each other. Like, that's part of like the teamwork that they were not really able to unlock in the very beginnings. Kazuha, obviously, it was a very big story in that, where she was very closed off, even though she was going through so much struggle coming from the Netherlands. I mean, she was originally Japanese but was in the Netherlands studying, and then made the choice to become a K-pop idol. Had to learn a new language, a new dance style. Only had like a short, very short training period. And there's even a clip of her like completely breaking down because it was just too overwhelming, and she was just having so much burden on her shoulders. That's pretty true with a lot of the Seraphim members if you really think about it. Sakura as well, with her constant re-debuts and just constantly pushing herself to achieve new heights. Yoonjin almost not debuting, and it was a very last minute addition where she almost went off to college and not even realizing her dreams of becoming an idol. Chaewon having to re-debut as now the leader of this group was probably a very big step in her life, and very challenging as well, considering she was also a very closed off individual. And Eunchae, who is the youngest member and stepping into the line with some veterans like Chaewon and Sakura, probably had a lot to prove. Not to mention that she's also very shy, so she was also very closed off. A lot of these girls are very closed off, but they also have a lot of struggles that they went through, and that's the same boat that they have now realized that they're all in, and that's what they're using as their biggest strength. So they won't deceive themselves anymore. They are not gonna pretend that things are okay. Now they're open to things not being fine, but they're gonna conquer it. It's a funny line is, if I chew, bless me, bless you. If I'm with you, it's all good. So they're finding solace in each other. They have gone through this together. So now that's what's going to be their comfort. I think it's interesting that they choose iffy, because I'm guessing they're always going to feel iffy. Like, they're not going to feel great all the time. Things are always going to be up and down in their lives and in their careers, but they're completely fine with that. That is them now. They're just going to roll with the punches and just continue living life and enjoying all the fruits of their labor. So that's really cool. I think that this is a very cool song. 2 minutes, but I think it really filled its time very well. Next song we have is Need Your Company. Let's see this song. Okay. Very slow beat so far.
No one really knows me. Nobody understands, I know.
Oh,
I'm thinking in a selfish way, but on my lows, I just can't help it. No
no.
one really knows me. 가끔은
I'm
나조차도
crying already.
지나친 길이지만 알아주길 바랄 때가 많았어. It's friendship or just for show. I hope everything get lost in my head. 뻔히 진심이 모양은 달라도 느껴지진 않아. So real. Tell me what I shouldn't feel. Show me the way 너와 나 우리 더 사귈 수 있을까. I need your company. No matter how you hurt me. 어떻게 너 없이 날 설명할 수 없어 다신. I need your company. 넌 나에게 somebody. 어떻게 네 온기로 채웠잖아 내 옆자리. I need your company.
Oh my gosh. Ah. My gosh, man. I'm like, obviously this is gonna hit home for like fans of the Seraphim because this is just like so raw emotion. I can't help it. I need to like calm down, but that is just beautiful. I mean, it just on the first listen of the vocals, like Yoonjin's vocals, you could tell that this really means something to her, and then even with the rest of the members as well as they sing this, it's just so emotional because this is actually just what they probably think about early on. Like when at their biggest lows, they just constantly think that nobody really understands them, that nobody really can help them, and that creates such a divide in a team. Like if you want to be a team of 5, make music together and really put out some great music, then you have to like be very, very close. And if you look at the Seraphim now, they are super close. They're like sisters. They're having an unbreakable bond. But now they're sharing that it wasn't always like that, that they're always thinking about such heavy things on their mind, and they are really suffering mentally. They say they're thinking in a selfish way, but at my lows, I just can't help it. Like that's how much like these thoughts can really weigh you down. That in a selfish way, they can't even think straight. They can't really open up to people. So they think that nobody really knows them, that nobody even has any idea what they're going through. They even say that they have excessive expectations, but they just wanted people to understand in their group. Like they have like these goals individually, and then they also have these goals as a group, but what they really wanted was just like this connection, this friendship that they have. They get lost in their head, they overthink. This thought really got me really teary-eyed. It's like, can we stay together? Because that is so out of the scope of our realm of possibility. Like we look at them and they think they're inseparable. Did they actually have these thoughts? Can we stay together? Were things so bad in the past? Were there tensions where they couldn't really continue on? Like was that a thought that they were actually considering? Were they actually like internal struggles? Like that just would break my heart if that were to actually come, because this group is so special. And if they were on the verge of not even getting along, not wanting to be a group forever, that is so scary. But at least like now they say, I need your company no matter how you hurt me. What do I do? I can't explain myself without you again. I need your company. You're somebody to me. You feel the seat next to me with your warmth. I need your company. So even if there were tensions in the back, now they need each other's company. Like they can't even go forward without each other. Like their presence is the warmth to them. So I think that's really powerful. They could really lean on each other now, and they could trust each other. They have a sisterhood now. They need each other's company. All out is amazing, and I'm just like, it's gonna take me a while to really come to my senses after that, because that is the perfect song to fear not and the Seraphim fans, because I think that was very perfect. So I'll be back in a bit after I calm down. Let's continue on with the following track, Sonder. We have more piano. Ooh. Ah, okay. Ah, the meaning is so nice. Is that Sakura? Finally, more vocals. Kazuha. Oh, this is a new sound from them. Wow. More techno. Oh. The production is very good in all these songs. Wow, okay, so this song is basically hitting on that concept once again. I think that the concept so far in every song from this album is very consistent so far. They're once again talking about like how closed off like each of the members can be. They'll say, I don't care, I'm trapped inside myself, their emotions, each person's life, the world inside them, now I realize. We already know how closed off they were, and they had this own world about them, but you couldn't really know that unless you actually took a peek into what their life is like. And now that they're completely opened up, they opened that door, they're no longer closed off, you could finally see their world they've been living in, and they could share their experiences with each other. So now they could even feel their joy, their sorrow, their pain, their worries, their concerns, ambitions. Everything that they feel is now connected to each other, and that is very beautiful. Wow. This part of the song I really like. Hit me like thunder. Very nice imagery. So Sonder. The background vocals are really nice. Yunjin. Very catchy. Oh, okay, very cool. The little bells, I'm gonna let that play out. Wow, very nice. I think that it's so cool that they're experimenting with their sound once again. I feel like in this album, they're already exploring way more sounds that they ever had in their discography thus far. I never really see them approach this more Western style as much as we heard in these couple of songs just now. It was like Saunders also hitting on that sort of style. It did have a more techno chorus, and it was just like very mellow compared to a lot of the songs that they are very famous for. Again, with the meaning, it's very consistent, so I really enjoy that, but the sound is still very new. I think that I have to get used to this sound from Le Sserafim. I feel like I'm so used to like their older styles that this is gonna be a very big adjustment period. I'm not too quick to hate something or be down on something. I definitely have to give the album a few listens, but this one I'll definitely have to check back in on and see how I like it. Next we got Saki featuring Alia's interlude. Oh. What? That's crazy. Oh, stilettos? Okay. Wow. Who is that? Is this Unche? Wow, she got better at singing. 1-800. Okay. Who is that? Oh, they're clapping back at the haters. Okay, wait, hold up. That's already very spicy. We're getting some spice in the Seraphim songs. We already heard a little bit of spice before when they came out with their song Spaghetti. That was like one of their first songs where I really heard them clap back at the negativity, at the haters, because like you know that people can be very vocal on social media and talk down on their careers. So now they're hitting back on that, where they say, why you ask for my autograph then be talking crap on those apps? Because you know fake fans can be two-faced. They can like be very happy in your presence. They'll tell you right to your face how much they love you. They ask for autographs and all these things. But then on these apps, they're going back on their word and they're just spreading so much hate. They're hating on all their music, whatever they do. So that's pretty cool that they're clapping back on that. And obviously we have a callback on one of their songs called 1-800 Hot and Fun, because this time they're trying to give out their number, and the number that they give is 1-800 You Wish. In the original track 1-800 Hot and Fun, they tell them to hit that line, 1-800 Hot and Fun. That's their number. Hit my line. But now it's 1-800 You Wish, because you're not getting my number. You think you could call me? Nope. So now they're talking about this it girl energy that they have again. This is a concept that they're revisiting from before, and I really do like it, because it's just like once again emphasizing that they're not here to play games. They're superstars. They're here to make their dreams come true, and they're not going to take any BS from fake fans or anybody really. I like that. Ooh. Okay. What? Oh. I'm that between your teeth, spaghetti once again. Ah, that's funny. Call me Saki, won't call you back. I'm guessing this is Aaliyah's interlude. Who the heck is Saki? To get a peek because they're that attractive. It's the air I breathe, all the gossip. Heck, Saki. Ooh. Just to get a peek, message at the tone, but I hit delete. Bet I hit delete. Wow, they're really hitting back on all of that negativity that's spread online. I mean, it did get very overwhelming. If you know the Seraphim's career, they have been a victim of a hate train. They have had haters constantly come at them. I mean, I've seen so many instances where the company had to defend them and like start taking legal action against these very, very gruesome and terrible messages on social media. So yeah, they have been through that, and now they're kind of clapping back and trying to really make a statement on where they're at mentally. They're really not gonna be fazed by all of this gossip, all of this fakeness that they see online. Instead, they're just gonna move on from it. I mean, they even said, message at the tone, but I hit delete. They don't even care anymore. So that's the kind of mentality they're riding on. And honestly, I love that for them, because the worst thing that you could do is be sucked into this negativity and let it really consume you. But the whole messaging of this album is just that they're not going to really pay attention to it anymore. They're on one single path forward and they're not going to look back. So that's really awesome. Next song is Irony. Let's get it. Ooh. Like it deeper? Oh, the desire keeps getting deeper. Okay. Feels like irony. Oh, beats funky. Okay. I can kind of see what they're trying to do here. Again, this is a new style from the Seraphim. I'm like so not used to it. It's kind of catching me off guard with some of these songs that are not really what I know them for. And I feel like that's always going to be a thing with the Seraphim. They're always going to be testing new styles. And I feel like that's why a lot of people are very vocal about what they bring to the table, because they're just not sure what to expect. And when things are uncertain, people get very, very picky about it. But I mean, I'm still holding on to the main concept of this. Obviously, they're talking about their desire being deeper. They want to strive for more and be better. But also this little subtle messaging that I really like here is when they say like all these attributes that they want to achieve is something that they want to grasp. They want to obtain it and never let it go. But they say the more it leaves their hands, the moment it slips away like a grain of sand, strangely, their heart becomes lighter. And that's the irony, because it seems like they care too much, right? When you care too much, that's when you start overthinking certain things and you feel this sort of pressure around you, and it can really weigh you down and not let you be the best that you can be. So they're saying like as soon as you let go of like that pressure, as soon as you let go of being so hell-bent on being perfect and achieving this, that's when you can feel lighter. That's when it's like now you're free from the burden that you placed on yourself. Even though it's good to really be ambitious, but you can't really play into like the negative side of it. So that's the kind of messaging that I'm holding on to with that, because that seems to be a very common thing. When we want to be successful, we got to make sure that we have a healthy amount of obsession. Oh, they just decide to enjoy it. Yeah, don't be too stressed. Cut me like a knife. The greed hurts and yet it cuts me. Yep. Being farther away. Don't be too obsessed. Yep. Let things come naturally. Oh, the stress is slowly fading. And they like it now. Now that they feel free, they like it. Very interesting that they also said that they lost themselves. And it's an unfamiliar feeling, but they don't hate it, they feel blessed. They like it that they're facing themselves. Because I'm guessing it must be like such a big drastic switch to be like so obsessed with being perfect, to be worried about the little details. But as soon as they let go of that feeling, it feels like now they really can't enjoy what they're doing. Now they can be free to be the artist they want to be. Very cool with the messaging once again, but the sound is so different. It's like a sound that I know is going to pop off in a concert. That's what I'm kind of thinking mentally. Even if these songs seem a little bit weird in the beginning, I feel like I have to place myself in a concert and see like what this song will actually be like. And I feel like with the beat, with the way they're delivering this, I feel like it could be a very good jam. So I'm going to say that it's a pretty good song. Next, we got Trust Exercise. I think there's another song that I really liked from the medley. The beat's pretty nice so far. It was like a sound that we're going to be used to. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, they're talking about going opposite directions. Wow. Oh. I love this sound. Oh, it's a trust exercise. All because we obviously know how they were so distant in the beginning. They're so different, and now they're emphasizing that when they say like they're going in different directions. You sprint, I'm in reverse gear. They want to really just be as far away as possible because they don't really have that trust yet. That's the kind of battle that they're facing internally. So they say outwardly indifferent, it's not that I dislike you. I need some time, just a moment. Catch me slowly, I want you falling. And that's the kind of thing that they're facing. I mean, as a group, you know that there's going to be teamwork involved. You know you're going to have to work as a team with your members. So it's not that they dislike each other. It's just like hard to really be outwardly open with each other until you build that bond, that friendship. And I'm guessing like they probably had some sort of turmoil which actually made them come face to face and really talk about whatever's bothering them. And that's the sort of connection that they built, and they've been inseparable ever since. So I think that's pretty cool that they're messaging, explaining that. But also this sound is kind of very cool. I really like this one. This might be up there for me so far. Trust exercise with the beat. It feels very Le Sserafim coded. Oh, pastries from Paris. Kazuha loves that. So somebody must have been very aggressive. Ooh. Timing's different. They're still gonna try. Even though they're so different, they're gonna try to make it work. Jaewon. They're like puppy and cat. Wow. I love this part. The chorus hits. Crescendo. Oh. Let me go. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Blue Flame. Oh, very good. Yep, that's going to be a very classic Le Sserafim song. I think that's going to fit very nicely with the rest of the discography because it does give me that Blue Flame vibe with the vocals and plus with the messaging as well. Yeah, this is a classic. I feel like if you put this in any other one of their albums, this fits very nicely. So I really like it. Last song we have is called Liminal Space. What?
아니 어제 은채 녹음 다음 순서였거든? 근데 거의 죽어 있는 거야.
They're just talking to each other.
영혼을 다 쏟아낸 그게 너무 보여서 웃겼어.
Oh. Very emotional talks.
진짜 울었다고?
수업하면서
우리가 어떻게 더 사귈 수 있을까?
Oh, what? How long ago was this? Oh, that's so funny.
아 오해야 오해. 그럼 막 각자 멤버의 그 생각이 너무 잘 담긴. 이 얘기를 많이 해서.
피아노 좋아할 것 같아. 기대된다. 어떤 반응이 같아?
이게 무슨 얘기지? 진짜 모르겠다. 이게. 그러니까 사람들이
하고 있나요?
I can't believe they actually recorded a conversation.
어디로 가고 있지?
We are the destination. What?
일단 가보고 일단 이동하고 있는 거야. 근데 우리 어디 가?
But where are we going? Well, that's so interesting. What the heck? So they're just having a whole conversation about like how they came about with the song called Need Your Company, which was like that very emotional song. Wow, that's so deep actually. I don't know why they recorded that conversation and made it into a song, but I think it really helped us get into their sort of headspace when they are making an album like this, because they are really taking inspiration from themselves. This Pure Flow album is a reflection of them. Like, this is everything that they're pouring out from their own experiences, from their life, from their feelings, with them being a group for so many years now. This is a very reflection of that. So now just like reading back to the conversation, it feels like they're talking about the song Need Your Company. So I think this is as they were recording that song. So pretty recently, I would say. I mean, with the whole album, it was probably a few months ago. So they're talking about how impactful that was. The story about Yoonjin and Chaewon, which seems like, and how Eunchae was basically pouring her soul out into singing this song that made the rest of the members cry because it was very emotional. And that's where Chaewon is a bit hesitant because Eunchae was just like, oh, that's the story of you two, right? Yoonjin and Chaewon. And then Chaewon's just like, oh, you know, don't misunderstand. That's not really what we meant by that. Don't dig too deep into that. Basically saying like how much Yoonjin needs Chaewon, which is very funny. But then they emphasize that it's a misunderstanding, that it's really the thoughts of each of the members. It's not just between Yoonjin and Chaewon, even though it was probably a big inspiration, because I'm guessing that was probably a big turnaround for them. Like, I'm sure there was probably some conflict, or maybe not even conflict, but maybe some sort of friction between them that they weren't able to get past, but it can really extend to the rest of the members as well. And then again, they're just like talking about how people are gonna perceive their upcoming album. I think this is like so insightful because this is probably what most idols really think about. Like, will their fans really like this? Is this gonna be something that they vibe with? But then you know, they're just really strong-footed about it. They're just gonna put it out, right? Boom pala, boom pala. That is just what they're gonna put out to the world, and there's really no choice about that. That's what they want to release, so that's what they're gonna do, and real fans will like it. So that's when the question comes up, where are we going? There's a destination, right? But they say the destination is themselves, so they're on the move. Of where are they going? No matter where they go, they are the destination. So it's like whatever they put out is going to be the end goal, because that is what they're focused in on, their own happiness, whatever they want to do, which is amazing. I really love that. I think that really put into perspective how they really think, how they really communicate, and how strong their bonds actually are. I think it's so interesting. I don't really see this from any other group, so I think that's a very innovative, that they're actually putting out like actual conversations about how they feel about certain things and like what they think about in preparation for an album. That's pretty nice. It's so unexpected because it's very weirdly put into an album, right? You're going through all these songs and out of nowhere this just hits you at the very end. But it's very important for fans and people to just like see what they're actually talking about. Very cool overall, and I think that really hits home for like a fellow Sserafim fan myself. I think that really does bring a lot of light into their own minds. So I like that, although it's not really a song, but I think it's forever etched in the history of Sserafim. And that's a wrap on the Sserafim album PUREFLOW Part 1. It's crazy that it's actually Part 1. I'm not exactly too sure where Part 2 will be, but at least we got this PUREFLOW Part 1 where we have a full album of 11 unique songs, and then we also have a world tour to look forward to and later in the year, which will be very exciting. I think that this is just very awesome for Sserafim. I think that they are changing the K-pop industry. As much as that is a meme with Yoonjin, I think this does show that they actually are trying to push in new ideals, new sort of sounds, and new sort of concepts into the K-pop space, where they could actually be very open and talking about their own internal struggles, their connections with each other, and how they overcame that, and how they're going to be pushing forward in the future. It's very rare to find that in K-pop, so I think that's why it's so special when we have a group like them who could do this. The only thing I will say that it's going to be a very big challenge for a lot of fans to get on board with this. I just have a feeling that I know people are going to be very judgmental about it because there is so much experimentation. There's so many different sounds that I feel like people will probably be very caught off guard by it, and they won't necessarily like it initially. I could already see people complaining about Boom Pala because it has like the Macarena sample, so they're gonna think it's very out of place. They're gonna look at songs like Sonder and Saki and they're gonna be like, what's going on here? But then we also have songs like Trust Exercise, Iffy Iffy Creature, Celebration, which are very on par with a lot of the Seraphim tracks that we've had so far. So that's going to be something that fans have to get used to, because they're only going to be experimenting more. You already know that they're going to try new styles, going to be talking about different things in the future. But this is just very important for the current time that we have right now, where they're talking about this concept of overcoming their fears and really pushing forward that they don't really care about any of the hate any longer. They're just going to be striving to better themselves, but also be happy to do what they want to do. So nothing's going to really stop them any longer. The hate's not going to get to them, and I really love that for them. As a fan, I think that this is amazing. I'm going to keep supporting them. I'm 100% on board with this messaging, and I love this album. Even if all the songs may not be my cup of tea, I think that this is something worth supporting. I will say that my favorite song might just be Iffy Iffy. I think that song is pretty good. I do like Creatures, Celebration, Boom Paula, Need Your Company. Those are probably my top 5 songs. But obviously, I love the messaging in a lot of these songs too. Liminal Space is very cool in its own right. Pure Flow was a very good intro. And yeah, I think that's just overall a very cohesive album. It's just very daring. And I can't wait to see what they do next. I think this is very awesome for them. And I can't wait for their world tour later in the year, which I'm going to try to get tickets for. But that'll be it for my reaction to Le Sserafim's Pure Flow Part 1 full album. Please make sure to hit a like and subscribe to my channel for more Le Sserafim content in the future. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.